bag of just brown dust and shit and straw. And then, fly. Um, then you would go back to the house that you sat in. It was like a little, it wasn't like a house, it was about the size of my room that you see now. And you'd go back in there and you take the eggs out, you would clean them with soap and, with Dawn and hot water. And you'd stick them on these little cartons and they'd conveyor through them to the, on a conveyor belt about, you can't see that, it's about that long, about 4 feet long, into another room where somebody was sitting, and they would go through the sprayer, which would decontaminate them, and then be sat in a sterilization room to be shipped off to these various companies to use them for products. And you would do that for, that'd take about 15 minutes. Then you would scrub the shit off of your body, and then sit down, and you'd sit for 45 minutes, and that was your time to eat. Which is where I learned to hate ramen. Despised it. You would do that. It always was nice when somebody would bring me out like Burger King, McDonald's, something that would be tasteful to eat and filling. And then you'd sit there and you would do that, listen to the radio, talk the shit, and then you would go back out and do it again. If you found a dead turkey, you had to take it out to this pile that was about 200 yards from the barns, and throw it on the pile, and that would, sit and do its thing and fertilize, and they'd do their thing with that. I ended up getting fired from that job. It was tough. It was a 45-minute drive from my home to this. Excuse me. To this barn, this farmstead. I have to be up at 5 in the morning and be to work by 6, 5 days a week, sometimes 6, and I was only making $100 a paycheck, at least 115. It depended on the product of the day before. The gas was high at that time. And then I got fired from there, so I went to work at Kmart. I went to work at Kmart. I was the sporting goods associate there. I worked there through my junior year. And then I went to work, and this collar's all tore up, I went to work at a general store at the same time, that summer. So I was working 2 jobs. I go work at the general store at about 4 o'clock in the morning to make the donuts and make the breakfasts, and I'd make the pizzas, and I'd get off work there at 3. And then I would go work at the Kmart at 3:30. And I would work there until 10 o'clock, 10:30, after closing. And as you can imagine, I would be pretty tired. That's about a 18-hour workday. Sorry, I had to use my fingers. And then I realized this has probably been a pretty boring story. I haven't really done anything goofy. I'd worked there. I ended up quitting Casey's, which was the name of the general store. I ended up quitting there to go work at Kmart, which I got fired from. The story behind that is I was the sporting goods associate, and on my shift, the manager I worked with was very, people didn't like her, and so they would come to the store and they would get on the bike the store had and ride them around the store. And they did this every time I went off break. And so what came down to was when the store manager went after the manager was like, well, Mike, he's not doing his, he's not taking his fair share from it. This is his fault. He's not stopping them. These are people he knows, which they weren't. And so I got fired for it. So again, I was jobless. So then I went to work at a nursing home as a dietary aide. In other words, I would serve the food and wash the dishes. I worked there. I would walk from school to work, and this was in the winter. I did this. I would walk from school to work, and then from work to home. And from school to work was about a half a mile, 3/4, maybe almost a mile. And then from work to home was about 2.5 or 3 miles. And I'd get off work at 10 o'clock, and wouldn't be uncommon for the temperature at the time to be like negative, what was it, like negative 30? I got frostbite so bad one time it swelled my ear up to that big. The tip of my nose swelled up, my other ear swelled up. Walking home after work one night, it was horrible. I went and did that. I did that for a few months. I ended up quitting that job because it was either that or I didn't graduate high school. I had to quit my job to focus on graduating so I could get into the Navy, which of course I did. They told me I would never ever do it. It would take me months to complete everything I was behind on. It took me a month. I completed it, and well, obviously you know this because here I am. I've stepped on a lot of people to get to where I'm at. Completed some of the hardest training in the Navy, and now I'm stationed in Virginia, sitting through the beginning of a hurricane. Another one. Actually, I got a scar from a turkey barn. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe. That one's from a pencil. In high school, somebody stabbed me with a pencil. And I don't know if you can see that. No, you can't. Let's see, what else do I have? I have this scar right here. As you can see, that one. I haven't shaven, so it actually comes out a little bit better. I got that scar right there from glass. Let's see, I got that one from glass. I have one on my chest. Let's see if I can get that one out. Let's see here, where's that? It's right there. You probably can't see it. Yep, right there. That is a stab from glass. You can go in here. Anyway. See, you're not the only one with a beauty mark. I got one right there. I'm sorry, I'm still tired. I'm gonna put this back. Oh, screw it. I'll just finish off like this. Well, anyway, I'm gonna finish it up with a little bit of protection. Actually, I'm gonna put my shirt back. It's chilly. While I'm doing this, just do this. Alright, so I was going to send you a message yesterday and I never did it. Because I knew that you were probably busy, as you will be today. I don't know if you'll watch this video today. It could be a while, but you're busy. I want you to do what you're doing. I'm very proud of you. You're doing a good job. But basically, the context of my message was going to be this. Oh, let me wrap my nose because I'm getting itchy again. A lot of dust in here. The context of the message was going to be, again, once I got the good. The context of the message was going to be that, I'm blessed, to know you, to have you as part of my life. You're incredible. I honestly could not think of a better woman who's more perfect for me than you are. I want to be there for you when you're sick and when you're tired, and when you're sad, so I have to wipe away your tears and tell you that everything is gonna be okay. Um, to sneak up behind you and wrap my arms around you and just kiss on you and tell you how wonderful you are. Take you out on your birthday just for a day of adventure, something that you wouldn't expect. See the world with you. Do whatever it takes to make you the happiest woman in the world. That's because I care. There's a lot of things that I've done with you that I've never done before, and the other day I told you that I hoped you'd be the last woman to have any kind of possession over me, and I honestly do hope that. I want to be there for you when you're sick, so I can wrap under a blanket with you and keep you warm and cook you food and make sure you get better and protect you. Make sure nobody does any harm to you. I'd jump in front of a train for you. If I had to, I'd take a bullet for you if I had to. I'm really protective. Because I care. But I think I'll end this now. Thank you for being here. You're the best. Thank you for letting me call you my love and my baby and my Raina. And thank you for being patient with me. As you can see, I've changed what you wanted me to change, so I can't wait to hear your voice again. I miss you very much.